Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. Today is lesson 5 of our free 10 lesson course, How to Create Your Own Branded Beauty Product. This course is brought to you by Alibaba.com and America's Beauty Show, the longest running trade show for the beauty industry in the United States since 1921. Today, I'm here with my colleague Ikun Shao, that is the head of logistics in North America. Hi, Ikun. How's it going?
Hi, good. How are you, Mattia? Hi, everyone.
Hello. Thanks, Ikun, and thanks again, everyone, for attending this webinar. As you all probably know, my name is Mattia Emilio. I'm the Director of Business Development here in Alibaba.com for North America. Last March, we launched a partnership with America's Beauty Show to support beauty companies, beauty entrepreneurs, professionals to use and source on Alibaba.com. Thanks to the partnership today, you can access to a personalized sourcing experience. You can learn how to launch your own beauty brand. You can receive exclusive benefits and coupons. And tonight, we have a special coupon just for you. And also you can discover new beauty products and trends. Also, our 5 offices here in USA can support you if you have any questions regarding sourcing and selling on Alibaba.com. About the landing page, how you can access to an exclusive sourcing experience by typing America Beauty Show in our search bar on Alibaba.com. You will have access to a personalized sourcing experience. Here, you will find new products that our suppliers are launching in our platform from more than 140 countries around the world, because Alibaba.com today is a global platform. So you can find beauty suppliers from Asia, from Europe, and also directly here from the United States. Here, you can find a customized product discovery based on your browsing history, and also you will have access to special discount coupons and offers. By clicking Discover More, you will deep dive on what the partnership is about. But let's talk about exclusive benefits and coupons. Thanks to the partnership, you will have access to up to $680 off on our logistic orders. And today, with my colleague Ikun, we will deep dive on what logistic is and how, as a beauty entrepreneur, you can leverage Alibaba.com when it comes to logistics. Also, we will give you some practical tips and advice on how to use other logistic platform, 3PLs, shipping label platforms to make your products deliverable here in the US. You also have access to special coupons during the year. As you can see in this slide, up to 500 coupons when you will apply for our trade assurance. Regarding trade assurance, as you all know, I always say this during this webinar, always use our trade assurance when placing an order on Alibaba.com. Make the payment and use our trade assurance when sourcing on Alibaba.com. This is the only way Alibaba.com can support you if something does not go as well as it was planned. Also, you will have a 1.5% back on your total amount that you spend on Alibaba.com, and you will also enjoy an extended security in orders up to 60 days. And today we have a special offer for you. By scanning this QR code, we are offering a $20 off, a minimum $20 offer. This is valid from orders across the globe. So just for $1, you have a possibility to try for the first time Alibaba.com. I will share this QR code in the follow-up email that I will send after this webinar. So if you can scan it right now, but also do not worry, you will receive it in our follow-up email. Today, we will not take any questions because this webinar is recorded. You can check and watch our previous lessons on our official YouTube channel here in the US, that is Alibaba Buyer Central. I will send you all the information, as I mentioned, after this webinar. In our YouTube channel, you will find a playlist where all these lessons are available for you. And as I mentioned, here in the US, Alibaba.com has 5 offices, one in New York, one in Washington, D.C., one in San Francisco, one in Los Angeles, and one in Seattle, with our US representatives that are here to support US companies to source and sell on Alibaba.com. If you also have some specific questions after this webinar, you can directly email me and reply to the follow-up email. But why the beauty industry? As probably you know, Alibaba.com is the biggest e-commerce marketplace when it comes to the beauty industry, with more than 2 million active buyers that monthly post more than 8,000 requests for quotation and more than 230,000 inquiries. And when it comes to sourcing, you're probably looking for the next beauty breakthrough or what's trendy in the beauty industry. You can source more than 300,000 beauty products on Alibaba.com. So check Alibaba.com, register on Alibaba.com, source on Alibaba.com. And when you are ready, Alibaba.com can support you also in finding distributors, importer, retailers. So you can open your storefront using Alibaba.com. As I mentioned, this is lesson 5 of our free 10 lesson course, where we are teaching on how to master sourcing. How we had a lesson on packaging. Today we talk about logistics, and from January we will deep dive on marketing, AI trends, and reselling here in the United States. Here you can find some details of a previous lesson we started with Melissa Ago. She's a trend forecaster and futurist, one of the most influential trend forecaster here in the US. We had a deep dive on our new tools with my colleague Stella Shen. Stella gave an amazing presentation and gave us some valuable tips for fast and efficient sourcing on Alibaba.com. With Alex Haleander, we had an amazing webinar and he deep dive on how to create your brand identity before launching your product. Last week, we had a lesson with Selva Alcretrani. She's the director of packaging for Estee Lauder, and also she's a professor at the FIT. And today is lesson 5 with my colleague Ikun Shao. And as I mentioned, if you miss any of these lessons are available on our YouTube channel that you can find by typing Alibaba Buyer Central on YouTube search bar. And in next year, we will deep dive with your line on financing. We will deep dive on sale taxes, because when you search on Alibaba.com and you're reselling, remember that you don't have to pay any sale taxes. Also, we will understand and we will learn from Amazing.com, one of the biggest online seller community here in the US, how to scale up your business when it comes to B2C. Vincenzo Toscano from Ecomcy in January will teach you on how to create your D2C storefront to reach new consumers worldwide. And finally, just before the next edition of America's Beauty Show, the CEO of America's Beauty Show, Frank Fulco, will give us a preview on what to expect during America Beauty Show. So Ikun, now is your turn. So please share your presentation, and we want to learn more about logistics and how we can support beauty entrepreneurs to use Alibaba Logistic when it comes to sourcing.
Great. Thank you, Mattia. I'm starting to share my screen. Please let me know if you can see it.
Yes, you can, if you can put it in a full mode.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Uh, it exited. Hmm. Is it working?
Yeah, before it was
Uh,
working. Now just press the presentation button on the bottom, and you can use the arrow to go down.
yeah. Uh, okay.
Or do
For some reason,
you
it
want
exited
to?
earlier. Okay. Great. No, hi again, everyone. As Mattia introduced, my name is Yiquan Shao. I work with the Alibaba.com North America supply chain team. And ever since I joined the team here in 2020, our team's goal has been to develop platform level logistics, cross-border shipping, and trade solutions for business customers. As you may have heard that at Alibaba Group, our goal is to make it easy to do business anywhere. Logistics and cross-border shipping is certainly an integral part of doing essentially any business. However, as I'm sure many of you have experienced firsthand, it is not a very straightforward process to navigate through. So during today's session and maybe the next 20, 25 minutes, I'm going to walk you through some of the logistics landscape and our understanding of our customers' pain points, or more typically, representative of US small to medium-sized businesses, pain points in the logistics area, and share some of our progress in building our logistics and cross-border solutions for our customers. So hopefully you will find this helpful. Let's move on. Okay, so as you can see on this next slide, this really highlights the complexity of cross-border logistics, different from maybe your domestic sourcing experience. Cross-border logistics is really a very convoluted and interconnected processes that involves many different parties. And as you can see, I have broadly divided in this journey into two parts. The first being international freight, that includes, you know, the products being moved out from your overseas supplier's warehouse, being loaded at the origin port, clear customs for export purposes, and then being loaded into either an airplane or a freighter ship to move into the destination country. But then when it comes to the United States, there is a whole process starting from clearing import customs and duties to transloading into different warehouse or transloading warehouses, considering that it is, a B2B transaction. And then the next process would involve fulfillment that, as you can see, you may use different fulfillment warehouses in the US or distribution centers that help you fulfill your orders to your end customers. So there are a lot of activities going on during that process. As you can see, it involves receiving an inspection of the goods received, sorting and shelving, and then receiving orders and preparing the goods for packaging, labeling, and outbound activities before they can be delivered. As you know, it's last mile delivery into your end customers. And as I mentioned, this entire process would involve parties, including not just the supplier overseas, who is typically also the exporter and a US buyer or importer, but also a lot of service providers, including freight forwarders, international carriers, customs brokers to help you clear customs, and warehousing providers, as well as last mile carriers. So this, this many parties, because they all walk in this, interconnected journey. Um, one thing to note here is also from a data perspective, it involves a lot of data handoffs during the process, and ensuring consistency and accuracy of the data is not only important to help you manage this process smoothly, but also may have compliance implications. For example, when goods are crossing the border and the customs are requesting information about the import transaction. So now, against that backdrop, next I want to quickly introduce some of our customer insights. As you can see, overall, the customer experience or the feedback we got is during this logistics journey, there are a lot of challenges. And we have divided this journey from a customer perspective into three different stages: before dispatch, during transit, and order received. And as you can see here, we have identified that about 50% of all the disputes that we have information of when it comes to online sourcing and ordering would involve the first two stages, which are related to the fulfillment journey. Those could be products not shipped based on the terms agreed between the parties. It could involve increasing shipping costs, either because of market conditions or some hidden clauses in the service agreement. Um, you know, Wrong shipping model or mode that is also could give rise to issues in terms of delivery timeline and customer experience. And during the transit period, there are challenges regarding destination changes or shipping details not being fully communicated between the parties that I mentioned earlier that lead to delays in your final delivery. So at the order receiving stage, you can see about 16% of disputes would occur during that stage, but those are more related to quality issues. For example, wrong items or problematic items that are being delivered. So overall, we think there are two overarching pain points by our customers. As you can see at the bottom, those may either involve shipping cost or delivery time. Now, if we take a case in point or zoom in a bit, focusing on the US SMB customers of Alibaba.com, our team has been conducting frequent customer interviews and surveys to understand their challenges, especially in the US market, so that they can help us define or refine the framework and criteria to develop our solutions. And these insights here are based on an Alibaba.com customer survey of US SMBs in specifically the area of logistics and shipping. As you can see, some of the key trends we have observed are, first of all, the US buyers or importers are more involved in arranging for cross-border logistics for the orders that they place on our platform. When asked how many orders they are involved in arranging for shipping in the last year, you can see that almost close to 90% of them have indicated that they have some level of involvement in that area. However, on the flip side, as you can see in the middle, despite increased involvement and responsibilities by US buyers, it is also clear to us that the resources needed to handle these complicated issues or tasks are not typically you know, abundant with those SMB buyers. You can see, close to 50% of the respondents reported that they have no dedicated logistics staff, and most of them may have those could be, one-man shops or small businesses that have only a few employees that they have to handle all of the tasks on their own. And those facts and realities combined together would lead to the chart on the right-hand side, which are the biggest pain points in logistics faced by US SMB buyers. That comes down to on-time delivery, cost issues, or additional value-added services needed, including warehousing needs in the United States, as well as logistics provider service quality. So those are just some insights we would like to share to set the scene. Now, what have contributed to this complicated situation? I think in addition to the very complex, undertaking involved, in this operationally, there's also the bigger market conditions that are playing a big role into this challenge. As you can see, we wanted to share with you a little bit about the logistics and cross-border shipping industry. And just a note here that on this slide, I've only summarized the air freight market conditions. Because I think given the beauty industry and the typical size of your shipments, this is a more preferred or more commonly used mode of transport than ocean freight. Of course, if you're interested in ocean freight market conditions, we're more than happy to provide additional insights after this meeting as well. But as you can see on the left-hand side, overall, the air freight rates have been going up consistently this year. And since mid 2024, the rates have been, compared to a year-on-year change compared to last year, the same period, they have consistently shown increases. And that trend is not expected to be paused or stopped given the peak season. But also I'll introduce some additional implications into next year. But the overall observation and anticipation is that going into 2025 and beyond, there will continue to be a supply-demand imbalance when it comes to air freight market, which will continue to drive global air cargo rates higher. And if you're interested, on the right-hand side, you can see what are the current state of global air demand versus capacity. And it is very clear that this imbalance between the two, is very apparent as we stand now, but it will also continue. And maybe it's important to note that on the demand side, the continued growth of air freight demand is being largely driven by the e-commerce surge, and also ocean shipping disruptions, as you have heard, due to geopolitical issues or tensions. A lot of shipping routes traditionally done on the ocean front have been disrupted, and that has prompted a lot of shippers to switch their mode to air cargo. So just we're hoping to give you an overview of the industry so that you can better plan for your next year logistics operations. Now, I wanted to share a quick example, as we know our customers, US small to medium-sized businesses, and also, um, you know, members of the American Beauty Show. And I think, we sort of observe our customers' growth patterns, and we wanted to understand that so we can better serve their corresponding shipping needs. So an example we outlined here is, as you can see, a scaled development for a business from initial sourcing to when they're scaling up their business to when they have stable operations and sales activities going on in the destination market. Um, as you can see in the initial sourcing stage, usually you're placing just some sample orders, and your main goal is to test product quality very quickly. So in response to that, the shipping need you will be faced with is really focused on delivery speed. You want to get those products very quickly so that you can, prove your concept or test your product in the market. So in those instances, some recommended solutions from a logistics perspective may be express courier services, which are suitable for small packages. And that ensures fastest delivery speed, although the downside of it is that it usually comes with a higher cost. But as you scale up and are placing larger test orders, your goal is switched to testing the sales pipeline, but also to sort of scaling and controlling costs associated with the operations. And in that case, you will need more a balance. You need to find or strike a balance between delivery speed and logistics cost. So in those instances, some optimal shipping solutions would include air freight or premium ocean freight that still provides moderate delivery speed, but it is more cost effective when compared to express courier services. Now, as you further grow and stabilize your sales channels and uh, sales activities, your goal will then likely switch to achieve more competitive cost, not only from a product perspective, but also a shipping perspective. In that case, you will really need some very cost efficient and scalable shipping solutions. And in that stage, what we would recommend is more diverse transportation modes. That it may include standard ocean freight, which is cheaper, although it takes longer, or in some instances, some trucking services or combination of two. Those are what we define as multi-modal transport at Alibaba.com. And obviously, the main benefit is that they comes with lower cost and still gives you reliable delivery timeframes. Now, some recommendations or key actions in managing your logistics operations, we have listed on the right side of this slide. Just very quickly go through some key points. You're recommended to utilize technologies to enhance your forecasting and advanced planning capabilities so that you know based on your previous sales patterns what during what season and what volume may be demanded by your customers. And on that basis, you can plan for your inventory management and shipping needs so that you can get more preferable rates, for example, and also maximizing operational efficiency and achieve cost optimization. Those are, needless to say, some of the key considerations. But how do you achieve those? That is linked to I think the next 2 points we listed here is you will want to expand your available options. If you're always relying on one simple logistics provider or supplier, it is less likely that it is, at the beginning, of course, you will have more certainty of service quality, and you will have at the beginning a more preferable, cost structure or pricing. But we would recommend that you just look into the market because this market is very volatile, as I mentioned earlier, and there are many, many providers in the on the horizon, and it certainly doesn't hurt that you can get competitive quotes from multiple providers so that you can find the most desired solutions at the desired cost level. However, how to do that is really important because you don't want to spend time, consulting or inquiring prices one by one in a manual or traditional manner. Later on, I'll share with you some Alibaba.com logistics functions that will help you achieve that. And also importantly, we would recommend that you adopt more flexible shipping modes. As I mentioned, there are abundant disruptions in recent month or even years, and staying agile and being open to different shipping modes based on your customer needs is also very critical in making sure you achieve your business goals. And the other points, as I listed here, improving visibility and data exchange, or especially electronic data interchange, that is something you would certainly need to keep in mind. And I don't think it's worth mentioning because you always want to know as a buyer where your goods are. Uh, you know, Towards the end, we also listed two important points, which is strengthening your partnerships with logistics providers and leverage digital platforms or tools to increase efficiency and manage processes. I will show you shortly how we at Alibaba.com have been working to help you achieve that. Now, let me just quickly share some of our something about Alibaba.com logistics. I will, here is a snapshot on this slide about our infrastructure network globally. And I will only highlight some of the top line numbers. As you can see, since 2017, we have been building our logistics infrastructure network really in order to help our customers fulfill their online orders more efficiently and pain-free. And so far, we have made good progress. And as you can see, our infrastructure now supports delivery to more than 220 countries and regions globally. We have a total of 26,000 global service lines. And that incorporates all different transportation modes, including air, ocean, trucking, railway, everything that you can think of. We also are proud to serve more than 1.1 million business buyers globally. And on an annual basis, we deliver more than 4 million packages for our customers. So really, our goal at Alibaba.com is to utilize our digital capability and intelligent tools to help digitalize the logistics journey for our customers and to provide them with tools to make their process more efficient. And I know AI is a very hot topic these days. Everyone is following the development in that space. And I'm also happy to report that because we know a lot of our customers who are SMBs don't necessarily have the resource to invest in AI solutions, we have at Alibaba.com incorporated AI capability into many of our tools, including on the logistics side, so that our customers and you can take advantage of to make this process more efficient. Next, I want to quickly highlight our global multimodal transport solutions. As you can see, we are not we're not delivering all the services on our own, even though they are all, they are all under the Alibaba.com logistics brand. Some of those service lines we operate in-house, but others we work with global logistics partners and service providers. On the right-hand side, are only some representative examples of our logistics partners. So our goal is to really integrate multimodal transport solutions to deliver whatever our customer needs in terms of cross-border solutions. And you can see at the bottom, we are connecting business sellers and global buyers in throughout the entire process using different modes of transport, but we have also importantly developed industry solutions. As you know, for example, for the beauty industry, there are products that may be maybe subject to special requirements when it comes to transport or when it comes to customs requirements and compliance obligations. We have developed special lines and industry solutions for the beauty industry and others on the horizontal level to help them not only efficiently get their products delivered, but also to comply with for example, import-export rules and regulations, and also, of course, for distribution purposes. Now, next, I wanted to quickly share a tool that we have developed, as I mentioned, to help simplify our customers' logistics journey. This is what we call Alibaba.com Logistics Marketplace. If you go to the Alibaba.com homepage, you can find a big tab called Logistics Services. And if you click that, you will be taken to this logistics marketplace tool. This is basically, in our mind, a smart and integrated logistics marketplace for business buyers globally. Essentially, it provides you, you can think of it as a search engine where you can type in your specific product requirements and and the system will generate real-time actual logistics quotes and solutions for you to view. It is our focus when developing this tool is, as we listed here, to make it a customizable tool so that you can tailor the solutions can be tailored to any of your logistics needs. It provides visibility throughout the process, and it also provides you peace of mind because it is reliable and it's backed by, as well as supported by Alibaba.com logistics as well as customer service team. So throughout the process of searching for a quote to choosing from diverse logistics options to placing and managing your order, throughout the entire process, you can be assured that our tool can help you achieve, or perform each task with utmost efficiency. Now, just some key features very quickly. The first one and the most fundamental one is, you can use this tool. Now you can see more clearly what are the requirements or dimensions you can input here so that the engine will search and will put that request out to more than 400 logistics providers already onboarded onto this marketplace, who will have the information and based on your request, provide you with customized logistics solutions and as well as associated costs. So we're looking to increase the efficiency as well as increase price transparency in this process, which is, we believe, really groundbreaking in this industry. And next, you can also initiate a quote request to, tailor to your needs. Basically, I'm sure you're familiar with RFQ. Think of this as logistics RFQ that you can type in and provide details of any special needs that you would like to request when it comes to shipping your products. And based, the system will automatically, uh, you know, put your request out there, and any logistics providers who are capable of handling a request will be able to provide you a response. And by putting all those functions together, you don't have to contact each individual provider, manually. So that again, that saves you hopefully abundant of time. Next, you can, very importantly here, you can place and manage your order here. As you can see, once you have a quote and you find a logistics provider that you would like to work with, you can place the order directly on our platform. Everything will leave a track record, and if needed later on, we can refer to those records and help you manage any potential issues. So that you have more peace of mind. And also, this tool provides you with tracking or visibility into your shipment whereabouts, which I believe is very important for all of us. Maybe not last, but another quick thing to mention is that, similar to the RFQ tool, if you have found any potential providers that you are interested in, you can use this send inquiry feature to easily access any provider on our platform and to express your interest without having to chat in a more traditional manner. You can anticipate the service provider to initiate contact at your request, and you can provide them with more details to make sure that what they quote you on is what you need. This is last but not the least. We also provide this knowledge hub as part of our logistics marketplace tool. This, as you can see, provides you with market updates on a biweekly basis. It provides you with in-depth logistics articles that dives into the current trends and future outlook. Things like I shared earlier, current supply and demand. When it comes to ocean or air freight shipping, as well as expert tips, so that you can, as you grow your business, you can also grow your knowledge and upskill in this space. Okay, some key takeaways as I listed here, just to very quickly cap off our discussion. First, be prepared for continued volatility in global shipping and logistics market in 2025. And we would recommend that you proactively plan for your business and inventories going forward, so that you can get the most desired solutions and pricing points. Stay agile and strengthen your logistics provider network to navigate geopolitical and economic uncertainties. We cannot fully anticipate what will happen in next year, but what we have seen past few years are a lot of uncertainties that led to disruptions. So, as mentioned earlier, strengthening or expanding your provider network, and stay agile in terms of transport model or provider will help you reduce risks associated with uncertainties. Next, adopt advanced technology and intelligent platforms to optimize your logistics planning and operations. This is Alibaba.com logistics marketplace is just one of those tools. There are other tools for other purposes, but overall serving your logistics needs. So really embracing new technology for either your demand forecasting or route optimization or transport mode selection. I think the new technologies can really help you in many different areas. So you might want to explore that space. Next, improving visibility, and based on the visibility you have about your your typical transport routes and modes, you can build more robust contingency plans to mitigate risks from any unexpected disruptions or even peak season surges. Last but not the least, stay informed and consult experts as needed on regulatory and trade policy changes. I think everyone here in the US are aware that the incoming administration may have more tariff actions considered, and do not overlook import tariffs because it does eat into your bottom line. It increases your landed cost. Essentially, it is part of your cost of goods sold. So if tariffs are increased for the products you import, you would have to find a way to either reduce that through active planning, or searching for alternative sourcing sites that are not subject to certain tariffs, that are specific to certain countries or regions or even suppliers when it comes to anti-dumping or countervailing duties. So that wraps up my quick introduction in this space, and I'm happy to communicate with you offline on any questions you may have. But for the time being, I will turn it back to Mattia.
Thanks, Ikun, for all the takeaways. Let me share my screen. I have few other tips to share with our attendees. You are many of you tonight with us. I am here in Atlanta right now for the Small Business Expo, and Ikun is broadcasting from our New York office. Let me share again my presentation. So we, thanks to Ikun, we saw how easy it is to use Alibaba Logistics. He gave valuable insights when it comes to logistic and how to source on Alibaba.com. And but what does it happen when your products are here in the US? So the second step that you also saw in Ikun's slides is the inventory management. And we have two advice for you. First of all, to keep it simple, use lightweight inventory management tool like Gseller that are based on your sales channels. So there are many inventory management tools in the market right now. Use the one that are customized for small brands. Gseller is one of Alibaba.com partners. They have a platform that can support the inventory management, especially if you're selling on different channels, for example, on Amazon, on Shopify, or in different retails. Also focus on tracking essential metrics like reorder points and stock level without complicated processes. Some other practical advice: start with basic inventory control methods like spreadsheets if budget are tight. So if you are small brands, you can start with some spreadsheets and then going, as I said, to an inventory management tool. And also use Alibaba.com supplier tools to search small minimum order quantities, because as you know, to have an inventory, it can level up your cost. Thirdly, warehousing for small brands. Leverage on third-party warehouses. There are many third-party warehouses that have different flexible plan that are also specialized in working with smaller brands. My advice is to work with 3PLs that have different warehouses across the United States, because it's very important that delivery dates are between 2 to maximum 5 days. So ship your products and make a 3PL manage your warehouses in in different locations. Labeling. Remember that here in the US, especially if you're a foreign brand or you're not used to labeling, it's very important to here in the US, especially for beauty products, there are regulations. So if you're familiar with labeling, you can start with simple platform like Every Design or Canva, and also you can partner with print-on-demand services like Printful. Alibaba.com has also a partnership with GS1. GS1 can support you to be compliant with US labeling laws. So if you're not familiar with labeling, what the US laws require when it comes to labeling, I strongly suggest you to visit the GS1 website. We will also host a second webinar with GS1 on February 18th next year, where we'll deep dive with a practical guide for a small brand to use GS1 when it comes to labeling. Logistical optimization for small brands. Use multi-carrier shipping platform like ShipStation or EasyPost to access competitive rates from major carrier like USPS, UPS, or FedEx. Offer flat rate shipping or free shipping. This is very important. Also, Alibaba.com has flat rate and free shipping on many products. If you want to start sourcing on Alibaba.com, an example is Alibaba Guaranteed, with fixed prices, with shipping including, and no negotiation with the suppliers. You can receive small quantities of products directly into your office. Consolidate orders and batch shipping for efficiency. Remember that also planning of your warehouses and your fulfillment is crucial to optimize cost. And this is all for lesson 5. As